Hey there, my name is Tyler Green, and I'm going to be doing a draw on my life. It all started on September 23rd, 1999, when I was born in Houston, Texas. I was a really quiet baby, and in 99 to 03 or something like that, I don't really know, I lived in Houston. My brother was a really loud baby, and my parents always appreciated how I was really quiet. In '04, something like that, I moved to Keller, and Keller is my hometown now. When I moved to Keller, I lived in a house. It was my brother, he was 13, I was 9, and my neighbors were also 13 and 9, so we had the same age, and we were like best friends ever. We had a gate and an alley behind our house, and in between our houses, and the Keller High School was over there. So one day it was all muddy, and we went back in the alley and we had some fun. And we got all dirty when we went home. Our parents were like, "Ah, what did you do?" So yeah, we got in trouble for that. Pre-K to kindergarten, I lived in that house with my best friend. And in pre-K, I had this really annoying teacher, and I can't remember her name, but she would be like, "Hey, has its own name." How many times did she say this? Did she say that? Like 1,000. And yeah, so she said that a lot. It got really annoying. And yeah, whenever we said the pledge, like in the middle of the song or something, we would scream like "Oorah!" Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. Kindergarten, it was really weird, like first day of school sort of. And every week someone would get the King of the Week, and when I got the King of the Week, I got a little spiral book with my picture in the middle and like some poetry that I wrote or something from the year. In first grade, I met my best friend James Wyatt. I remember what he looked like, and that's me. One time I went around to his house, and we watched in this big theater room, and it was the first time I'd ever seen like a huge projector. And then after that, we went to go play outside in his backyard, his big backyard, and that's supposed to be a little tree. And we played around, and then we had a picnic, and he moved away, and I never saw him again. Second grade, I had the most awesomest teacher. Her name was Miss Boone, and her hair was red, and so I guess it's appropriate. One time I walked in, I was like, "Hey," and I said something, and I made like a really big deal out of it. I don't really know what it was, but yeah. And then she taught us about chlorophyll and flowers and all that stuff. So yeah, I don't know how I remember all this, but third and fourth grade, I'm actually going to put together because I had the same teacher in third and fourth grade, and her name was Miss Keller, and now her name is Miss Hanks. But one time she was sitting at her little U table, and some girl walked in and whispered something in her ear, and she started crying, like all these tears and everything, and she wouldn't tell us why she was crying. So the next day she sat us down in like a little U, like a semicircle, and she sat down where she would like read us books and stuff, and she was like, "Fourth grade, together, we're gonna be friends, we're gonna be there forever," and we had swag. And then we had to sign like a paper to be in her math class, or her class, and we did Rocky Math, and I hated it. In fifth grade, where everything starts to come together, is where my life got really awesome. Oh, and in fourth grade, I met my best friend Cameron Terrelong, but he moved away, and he doesn't live here anymore. Fifth grade, I met my friend George, and we're still best friends to this day, but not really his sister. His sister doesn't talk to me that much anymore. And duct tape got really popular, and Grace had like 7,000 duct tape rolls, and one time we went over to his house, and we put duct tape face side up on his sister's door, and she stepped on it. Sixth grade, I met my best friend Tyler, and was probably the closest friend I've ever had in my life. And my teacher, Mr. Duncan, he was a perv, a pedophile, whatever you want to call him, and we hated each other. We did not have a strong relationship at all. And so that's why he didn't like me, because he was a perv and a pedophile. That's why he only liked girls like Tyler and talked to him a bunch, because he was a pedophile. And so we were besties, but we're not friends anymore. We did fights, but I'm not going to get into that. And it was time me and David and Tyler and David were dating, and me were caught in a love triangle, but I'm not going to get into that either. 7th grade. I've met so many people in 7th grade, and my life has just really changed. Like, yeah, so I met all those people and say thank you, but I'm not going to say thank you because I didn't really like this year. 6th grade, I took gymnastics classes, and I had my coach Alex, and I loved him so much. 7th grade, I got on a team. My gymnastics life, I want to get a little bit into. I do TNT, which is tumbling and trampoline, and I want to thank all of you personally. Thank you all for being my true friends. My best friend Hannah, I met her in 6th grade. We're still friends to this day, and I'm also friends with her sister, which is Morgan, Morgano, Morgo, Morgosaurus, whatever you want to call her. Speaking of Morgan, I want to thank Morgan Saylor too for being my best friend, and gymnastics also. That was my draw my life. I hope you enjoyed my 6-minute boring life.